I told you someone almost made our entire school Christmas tree fall over just by wanting too many gifts, would you believe me? Well, you might after today's story. Because something very strange happened the morning Mira decided she wanted not one, not two, but practically every gift she saw. And the craziest part? The tree didn't like it. Good morning! Welcome back to the Morning Ride Stories, Christmas Special Edition, where we bring you cozy, snowy, sparkly stories to keep your morning warm and magical. Today's tale is called The Girl Who Wanted Every Gift. And trust me, something surprising happens when a wish list grows bigger than the tree it's supposed to hang on. So zip up your coat, wiggle your toes to warm them, and imagine the smell of gingerbread drifting through the hallway. Because today's story has twinkling lights, a greedy moment, a Christmas fair, and a lesson that glows brighter than any star. Mira wasn't a bad kid. She wasn't even a naughty kid. She was just an excited kid. The kind of kid who loved Christmas so much that even her backpack had tiny bells stitched to the zipper. So when her class walked into school on holiday wish day, she practically bounced. The whole classroom smelled like cinnamon, and the windows were foggy from everyone's breath as they gathered around the tall Christmas tree in the corner. Today, Miss Calloway said, each of you may write one wish to hang on the tree. One wish. A small, simple moment. But for Mira, it became the start of something much bigger. Because when everyone else wrote things like, I wish for snow, I wish for new markers, I wish for Grandma to visit, Mira hesitated. She didn't know how to pick. She wanted sparkly boots, and roller shoes, and a drawing set, and a baking kit, and a puzzle cube, and those cute animal ear headphones she saw in the mall window. And, before she even realized what she was doing, she had filled 10 paper ornaments with 10 different wishes. And as she tiptoed to the tree to hang them, that's when things got strange. The tree sagged, just a little, but it didn't just sag. It sort of sighed, like a tired old dog plopping onto the floor. Mira blinked. Trees don't sigh. Maybe she imagined it. But as she slipped her 10th wish onto a lower branch, the star at the top tilted, like it was trying to peek down and watch what she was doing. Only if the class had known what was coming. Choir rehearsal began right after lunch. Everyone stood in rows, wearing their holiday sweaters and humming softly as Miss Calloway tapped her music stand. But Mira wasn't humming, because she had just remembered a glittery craft kit she saw at the Christmas market last weekend. She wanted that too, and the moment she thought about it, the tree lights flickered, just once, just enough to make the whole class pause mid-law. Jonah, her best friend, nudged her gently. You okay? He whispered. Mira nodded, mostly because she didn't want to say, I think the tree blinked at me when I thought about another gift. But then, right after Jonah looked away, one ornament fell up the tree and rolled across the floor. A round, little penguin-shaped ornament. It stopped at Mira's feet. She swallowed. Maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe the tree was wobbly. Maybe the floor was uneven. Except it happened again. And this time, 2 ornaments dropped at once. Miss Calloway paused rehearsal. Is someone bumping the tree? No one was. But every time Mira imagined yet another gift, the lights flickered. The ornaments swayed and the star wobbled like an unbalanced top. Was the tree reacting to her? When rehearsal ended, Mira hurried past it, trying not to think of anything she wanted. But it was hard. There was a Christmas fair happening the next day, a huge one, and Mira could already picture all the shiny things she might see and want. The star at the top of the tree tilted again, almost like it was listening. The next morning smelled like peppermint and hot cocoa. Parents carried trays of cookies. Students wore bright scarves and jingled bells as they walked in. It was the perfect day for a Christmas fair. Mira's eyes widened the moment she stepped inside. There were craft booths with glittery ornaments, painted wooden toys, warm pretzels with melting cheese, a giant snow globe you could step inside for a photo, and a table with light-up hairpins shaped like snowflakes. Oh, I want all of it! And the moment she thought that, a squeaky, crackly sound came from the ceiling speakers, like a radio trying to tune into a storm. Everyone looked up, then shrugged. The fair continued, but with every new thing she picked up, the crackling grew louder. When she held the snowflake hairpins, the hallway lights flickered like candles in the wind. When she stared at a stuffed polar bear toy, paper snowflakes fell from the ceiling as if pushed by an invisible breeze. And when she decided she wanted the sparkling snow globe too, a loud pop echoed across the hall. Everyone froze. "That was odd," Miss Calloway said gently. "Let's move on to the choir stage, everyone." The choir stood on the platform, parents gathered in front, the decorated tree stood proudly in the corner, sparkling, beautiful, tall. Mira tried to focus on the music. Really, she did. But every few seconds, she thought about another gift. A bracelet set, a cookie decorating kit, a purple fuzzy blanket. And the lights on the tree twitched. One light blinked like a winking eye, another flared brighter than all the others. Then the tree began to tilt, just a little, just enough that the star wobbled like a spinning plate. Mira's heart dropped into her boots. "Please don't fall! Please don't fall! Please, please!" The class reached the final chorus, "Gloria!" And that's when the tree, with a soft, tired groan, collapsed sideways. Just enough to make every student gasp and every parent lean forward and every jingle bell in the room go silent. Mira felt her cheeks burn. She didn't need anyone to tell her. She knew this was her fault. After the fair, when everyone was cleaning up spilled tinsel and stray snowflakes, Mira sat alone beside the fallen tree. She hugged her knees. Her wish list, those 10 ornaments, lay scattered on the floor like fallen leaves. Miss Calloway sat down beside her. "Mira," she said softly, "wanting things is okay. Everyone wants things sometimes. But when we want too much, we forget to enjoy what we already have." Mira nodded. Her throat wobbled. She didn't like the feeling of knowing she'd done something wrong. She didn't like the way her stomach twisted when she remembered the tree falling. She whispered, "I didn't mean to break anything." "I know, and that's why we fix things, together." At that moment, Jonah and 2 other classmates walked over carrying tape, ribbon, and new hooks. "We're fixing the tree. Want to help?" Mira blinked. They weren't mad. She felt something warm bloom inside her chest, so she helped gather ornaments. She helped straighten branches. She helped lift the star back into place. And when the tree stood tall again, sparkling, merry, and steadier than before, Mira took a deep breath. She picked up a clean paper ornament, a fresh one, blank. This time she wrote one wish. "I wish to enjoy Christmas with the people I love." Then she added a second wish underneath, small and neat. And I hope Jonah gets those art pens he really wants. She hung it on the tree. No lights flickered, no ornaments fell, no star wobbled. Instead, the lights glowed warmer, like a quiet smile spreading through the branches. It wasn't magic. It was simply that the room felt lighter when Mira felt lighter, when her heart wasn't pulling the tree down with all the wanting. That day, Mira discovered something she'd almost missed in her hurry to want everything. Sometimes the biggest gift is realizing how many gifts you already have. And she smiled the whole rest of the day.
What a lovely story. You know, Mira learned something many of us forget, especially at Christmas time, when everything sparkles and jingles and tries to grab our attention. When we spend all our time wishing for more, our hearts get a little heavier, like Mira's tree. But when we slow down and notice what we already have, a warm coat, a friend who makes us laugh, a cozy home, someone who cares about us, our hearts feel lighter. And lighter hearts make brighter days. Let me ask you something. Is there something you already have that makes you smile every single day? Or someone you could appreciate or thank today? A little gratitude can turn an ordinary morning into a Christmas glowing one. Try it today. You might feel your own lights shine just a little brighter.
Thanks for listening today. I hope Mira's story helps you remember that sometimes the best gifts aren't wrapped at all. They're already around you, waiting to be noticed. Try practicing a little contentment today. Smile at something you already love. Say thank you to someone who helps you. Let your heart feel light, just like the tree after Mira changed her wish. Have a wonderful day at school, and see you tomorrow for another Christmas story on the Morning Ride Stories.